Okay, here's a laptop and I want to make it run faster, and I'm actually going to measure how much time is needed to start that Windows. Here's a list of what I'm going to do or trying to do. Okay, and let's start it. So this is an Asus laptop. This is something about the hardware. Okay, so let's press start and press that button. Let's see how many seconds are needed to show the desktop and some icons. Okay, so around 44 seconds. Let's stop it. Okay, the first on the list is if the RAM is low, then remove the wallpaper. Okay, so let's see how much RAM does this machine have. File Explorer, right click on computer and go to properties, and this computer, which is 32-bit only, has 3 GB of memory. Okay, so let's remove the wallpaper. Right click the desktop and go to personalize. Okay, and here we have desktop background. Then let's go here to solid colors. Okay, and let's select the color. That blue was applied and save the changes. Okay, we can further get rid of the sounds also. So in the same menu, go to sounds, and instead of sound scheme Windows default, let's set it to no sounds. So select no sounds. Notice all these icons disappeared from here. Uncheck play Windows startup sound also, and close it with OK. If we want, we can remove the transparency of Windows also. So as you can see, the icon is visible below that title bar. Okay, to remove the transparency, let's go right click on the desktop, the same thing, personalize, and this time let's go to window color, and enable transparency. Let's uncheck that one. Okay, and save changes. And as you can see, the title bar is no longer transparent. The icon is not visible below. Another one is to clear the startup programs by using MSCONFIG. So let's go to the start button, start and press R for the run. Okay, and type in there msconfig and press enter. Go up here to startup and uncheck from here everything that you don't want to start with Windows itself. It's a downloader, that's not needed. Google Chrome should not start with Windows. iSky Soft Studio, that one is not needed for Windows either. So uncheck it and close it with OK. Don't restart right now, restart later. The next one, run disk cleanup. cleanmgr is the program. So Windows key and R for the run, and cleanmgr, and press enter. Select the drive you want to clean up. Let's select the C because that's where Windows it is. Okay, calculating how much space you will be able to free. Okay, now check everything that you see here: recycle bin, log files, error, dump files, temporary files, and so on. Everything. These are all unnecessary files, and close it with OK. Are you sure you want to permanently delete these files? Delete them. Okay, uninstall unneeded programs or apps, especially toolbars. Go to the start button, go to control panel. Using this large icon view, we have programs and features, or you can switch to category view, category, and it's directly here, uninstall a program. Click on that one. and from here uninstall everything that you might not need. Let's say, I don't know, Google Earth. Right click on it and uninstall. Do this for each and every program that you don't need. The next one, it says don't keep too many icons on your desktop, put them in folders, because those files need refreshing, and that includes hard drive access. So as it is visible, only the recycle bin and this new folder is here, and everything else is cleaned up. Now download the program called CCleaner and install it, and this will do more cleanup. Customize. Don't add desktop shortcuts. Add run CCleaner to the recycle bin. I want that one. And open CCleaner option to recycle bin. I want these two. Don't check for updates, and you can leave that cookie scan. And click install. Don't do anything and close. Okay, now if you go to the recycle bin, right click on it. You can click on run CCleaner. And that will show an icon here, and as you can see it is cleaning from the hard drive. If we double click on it, then we have the option to see what is really happening. So currently it's cleaning from Firefox's cache. This is pretty slow because this laptop has a mechanical hard drive. Now it's cleaning Google Chrome's cache, temporary files. Okay, here's the result. Although I run the Windows System Cleaner program, this one cleaned far more. It cleaned from the browsers also, Google Chrome, Firefox, some temporary files and Internet Explorer and so on. And it removed 4.7 gigabytes from the hard drive. We can do some more tricks. If we right click the recycle bin and open CCleaner, the same program opens. We can clean the registry also. Let's click on registry, scan for issues. Okay, and fix selected issues. Do you want to back up changes? I don't want to back up anything right now. Fix all selected issues and close. Okay, here in the program we can do some more things. We can go here to the tools option, and we have, for example, uninstall. From here you can also uninstall programs just in case the default setting is not working in Windows. Here's the uninstall button, or we have a delete button also. Okay, and we have the startup option, and from here we can see some more things. For example, if I used MSCONFIG and startup, here we can see a program, CCleaner, just inserted itself, and that one is showing here also. So I can select everything from the Windows startup category and set it to disable. I don't want to delete them, I just disable them. Okay, this has some more options. It has scheduled tasks also, and the same thing, select everything and set it to disable. Okay, you can use the context menu also, and let's preview that one. For example, here's this file. If I right click on it, I have this WinRAR option, Power ISO option, antivirus option. To clean up this menu also, let's go back to the program and go here to context menu. The same thing, if you want you can select everything and set it to disable. Okay, and if we check here in using this file, for example, now this menu has far less options, only the default ones which were in Windows. If you don't want to install CCleaner, then you can delete the temporary files by yourself, or the Prefetch folder also. So let's do that one. Let's open File Explorer window and type here percent, which is here at number 5, percent temp from temporary, and percent once again. So it's percent temp and percent, and press enter. And here are some leftovers which were not deleted. Select all of them and right click on them, and you could hold down the shift key, shift, while you are pressing on the delete, and that will delete it without using the recycle bin. So I'm holding shift and clicking delete. Permanently delete, yes. Not all files can be deleted, so I will skip some of them. Okay, do this for all current items. Skip. Let's delete the Prefetch folder also. Let's open a file explorer. Go to C drive. Go to the Windows folder. Okay, and here's the Prefetch folder. Enter that one. It's Windows Prefetch, as you can see. Now click inside here. Press Ctrl+A on the keyboard. Ctrl+A. Now everything is selected, and the same thing, right click on it and hold down shift key and delete. Shift and delete. Permanently delete, yes. Okay, so the Prefetch folder was emptied. We can disable the Prefetch feature all the way. Let's press Windows key and R. Okay, and type in here Regedit from Registry editor and press enter. Now go to local machine, double click on it. Now go to system, CurrentControlSet, control, go to session manager, memory management, PrefetchParameters, go to EnablePrefetcher here on the right side, and currently set to 3, so double click EnablePrefetcher and set it to 0 and click OK. Now close the Regedit program. So the prefetch function was disabled. You can manually clear the internet browser's cache also. CCleaner already did that, but if you don't want to use CCleaner, then you can do it manually. So for example, here's the first browser, Google Chrome. Press Ctrl Shift and delete on the keyboard. Ctrl Shift and delete. And on this window, check everything except, let's say, the passwords, and let's say media licenses, and clear browsing data. Okay, now you can close the browser. Let's do the same thing with Internet Explorer. The same thing, Ctrl Shift and delete. Now uncheck preserve favorites website data. Uncheck. Check everything except, let's say, the passwords, and click delete. Now it's deleting the temporary files. Let's close that one. Let's start Firefox. Same thing, Ctrl Shift and delete. Now on this screen select everything. Okay, site preferences, offline website data. This one is not giving the option for the passwords. Clear now. Okay, let's close the browser. Now here's another option. If it's possible, then don't save the tabs in Google Chrome, for example, or any other browser, because if you open a lot of tabs and when you start the browser, your computer has to access all those tabs, and that is reducing the performance of your entire computer. So in this case, go to the three dots in the corner, go to settings, and scroll down until you see something like this. Continue where you left off. Better open a new tab. File converter is controlling this setting. Let's disable that one. So the tabs will not open automatically. Let's try it. And as you can see, only one tab opened this time. Now let's take a look at memory, random access memory limitations. For example, you could have your memory limited by MSCONFIG. That's the more simple option. So let's try to do that. Press the Windows key and R and type in msconfig and press enter. Now let's go here to boot and select your current operating system if you have more than one. Then go here to advanced options and make sure memory is unchecked as it is now, and processor also is unchecked. So for example, this computer, as I see, it has a processor with 2 cores, and if for some reason it's set to this one, then only 1 core should be used. So make sure it's unchecked. The same thing with memory. If you enter a lower value, let's say that much, then your memory will be limited. So uncheck it, and that should solve the problem. Close it with OK and OK. Don't restart right now. Okay, another option would be if you have a 32-bit Windows, as it is this one, 32-bit, and this one has a memory limitation which is around 3 GB. So exactly this model does not have this problem, but if this computer had 4 GB of memory, then only around 3 would be usable. So luckily this computer is safe, is not limited. So if you would install a 64-bit Windows, then you could eliminate some of those memory limitations. Another option would be if the computer has an onboard graphics, either a chip inside the processor or on the motherboard, then that could limit memory also. In that case, you should install a dedicated graphics card in a desktop PC, not in a laptop, of course. Okay, CPU core limitation, we just look at that here using msconfig, the same program. CPU cores, processor cores can be limited from BIOS also. There's another video separately about that one. Okay, make sure you update your drivers. You can use, for example, that web page which will automatically download drivers for your computer. Because, for example, if your graphics card uses the default graphics driver, then that would not be exactly perfect and your computer could have graphical problems. So here in System Properties, we should go here to Device Manager, and for example, Display Adapter. If I right click on it, I have the option Update Driver Software. Okay, let's search over the internet. The computer itself is connected through a wireless network to the internet. Now it's searching for software, and it says that the best driver is already installed, so this should be okay. Here's another one which has an exclamation mark. Let's try to update that one also. Search automatically. If Windows cannot find some drivers, then you could try this one, drp.su driver pack. Okay, make sure the virtual memory is not limited either. So let's take a look at virtual memory. So File Explorer, right click Computer and go to Properties. Go to Advanced System Settings. Go to the first Settings button and Advanced. Here we have the Change button, and it's set to automatic, so that's okay. There is no small value entered here manually, so that should be fine. If we are here, then here at the Advanced tab and Settings, from here you can reduce some other options, some visual effects. You can set it for best performance, for example, or you can set just a few of them. Visual styles on windows and buttons, show Windows contents while dragging, show shadow under mouse pointer, and enable desktop composition, and click OK. Okay, a next option would be to defragment the hard drive. Defragmenting is not recommended on SSD drives. So let's go to the C drive, right click on it and properties, go to tools and defragment now. Select, let's say, the C drive and defragment disk. Do this for each and every drive, especially the one which has a flag on it because there is Windows installed. For example, let's disable automatic updates by running services msc and then searching for Windows Update. So Windows button and type in here services.msc. Here it is, services. Press enter. Now in this list search for Windows Update. Double click on Windows Update and set it to disabled and stop. Okay, if you want to use Windows Update once again, then you must enable this one. Set it either to manual or automatic delayed. Okay, Windows Update is from time to time making problems because if you want to restart quickly your computer, Windows might want to install updates and you have to wait and wait and wait. Okay, you can check for suspicious programs on your computer either using this program, Security Test Manager, or just install an antivirus program. Here are a few programs that you could use. ESET, Smart Security, I like that one, but it's not for free. Okay, let's check for the hard drive's health. For example, we could use this smart feature, self-monitoring and reporting technology, that can be enabled either from BIOS or you can check it from Windows. So let's try that one. So Windows and R, type in cmd wmic disk drive get and status. This drive get status, and it says OK. So the hard drive is not failing. That is pretty good till now. Make the hard drive not turn off too often and keep it spinning. That could reduce the performance. So let's go to the start button. Let's go to control panel. Let's go to hardware and sound. Go to power options. For example, balance is selected, so let's change that setting. Change advanced power settings. Now search for hard disk and open it. Turn off hard disk after, let's say, 30 minutes if the computer is plugged in, or turn off the hard drive, let's say, in 5 minutes if the computer is using the battery. Let's click OK to accept it. From here you can change when the computer sleeps. If you're running on battery, then you should not use the sleep function. It is a fast option, but it's not good for the battery. Put the computer to sleep, let's say 5 hours or never. If you want to save everything on the desktop and you don't want to close and then reopen everything, then better try to use on a laptop the hibernate feature and not the sleep feature. So let's save these changes. Another option would be to increase the performance, either to select high performance from this list. As you can see, even the brightness of the screen increased, balanced reduced it, and power saver would reduce even the processor power. So either use balanced or high performance. Okay, you could check for hard disk problems. You can use the Windows version. Let's do that one. Open a File Explorer window, right click, let's say C drive, go to Properties, go to Tools, and check now. Error checking, press the first button. Automatically fix file system errors, leave only that one. Don't scan for bad sectors, only if needed. This will be much slower. So scan. If it's not able to run right now, then you can schedule a disk check, and then it should run when Windows is restarted. Let's schedule that one. Let's see if the second partition can be defragmented. Properties, tools, and check now. Automatically fix and start. Now this one can be checked. Let's wait until this finishes. Okay, and in this case, check disk did actually find some problems on the D drive. We could test the system files also by running sfc and scan now. This should ensure that no system files are damaged. So Windows and R, type in cmd and sfc from system file scanner /scan now, press enter. Okay, this will take quite a few minutes. Okay, this one finished. Windows Resource Protection did not find any integrity violations, so that is fine. So let's go to the next one. We should test the memory also to ensure everything is fine. We should use Windows Memory Diagnostic for that. MD shed is the executable. So it's memory, Windows Memory Diagnostic. I just typed in memory. So let's click on this one and restart now to check problems. Okay, and right after restarting, Windows is analyzing the memory. Here's the progress bar, which is pretty slow. Okay, memory checking just finished, and instantly the scheduled disk checking started. So let's see if this is okay also. Okay, Windows started, and although here in MSCONFIG at startup everything is unchecked, although that we can see some icons here in the tray area, so let's click on them. This is for the graphics card NVIDIA. Let's double click on it and let's remove this one at least from the tray. Go to desktop and show notification tray icon. Okay, if you want you can remove it from here by right-clicking the desktop and NVIDIA control panel. You can remove even that one if you want by going to desktop and add desktop context menu. And now it's not there, but here's another one, driver toolkit. Let's right click that one also and go to preferences, and here at general, run at Windows startup. Let's uncheck that one and automatically check for new version. Uncheck that one also and click OK. Close that program, close it from here also, exit. And for example the antivirus, let's double click that one. Let's go here to setup, go here to advanced setup, go here to user interface and show splash screen at startup. Let's deselect that one. Integrate into context menu, we can remove that one also. We also removed it using CCleaner and close it with OK. Another good option to make your computer faster is to either reinstall Windows or install another Windows and installing the new one only the programs that you really need. Okay, we looked at that one already. We set it to balanced, or if you want you can set to high performance. Another good option to make your computer faster is to replace your mechanical hard drive with a faster SSD drive and install Windows onto that partition. That's the cheapest option to make your computer much faster. Another option would be to get more memory, random access memory, if the computer has a free memory slot for another memory module, or if not, you can get a larger memory module if your motherboard supports it. And here's another thing, using MSCONFIG we should try to disable some non-Microsoft services, but this is pretty dangerous. Some programs might not work if you disable some random services, but you can take a look. So let's press Windows and R and type in msconfig and press enter. Here if you go to services and check hide all Microsoft services, then here are some of them. This one is for updating Adobe products. Update is not highly essential. Flash player update, let's uncheck that one. ESET, that's the antivirus. Google update, that's not essential. Maintenance for the Firefox browser, not too essential. Display driver, leave that one. You can disable the update. And this is for a mobile phone. If you don't need it, disable it. TeamViewer, that's for remote accessing a computer. That's not necessary to run Windows, so we just disabled quite a few of them. Let's click OK and let's restart the computer. Restart. Another thing, I just inserted a USB flash drive into the laptop and that window just came on. So if you don't want this autoplay function, every time that you plug in something into the USB port, a program to start automatically, that could reduce the speed slightly when you're doing something. In case you want to disable it, go here to view autoplay options and use autoplay for all media devices. If you want, you can uncheck for all of them and click on save. Now if I remove the USB flash drive and insert it once again into the USB port, now nothing should show up on the screen. Of course, if I use the File Explorer window, then it should show up here. Of course, the antivirus is making things slower, so if you don't use the internet, it is a good option to uninstall an antivirus from that computer. Okay, so let's test it. Start that one and start the laptop also. And only now it's finished. So it's even worse. Of course, I replaced the antivirus. I installed AVG instead of Node 32. So that's AVG. It's not too fast at all, at least not on this computer. Okay, and without any antivirus installed, it should be much faster, somewhat faster.